said, I'm just here to show up. And when I do show up, I show out for sure. That belt coming out. Hopefully he bring his too with that belt coming out. I'd like to thank Al Heyman, PBC, Tom Brown, and I'd like to thank Tank himself. You know what I'm saying? He, cash cow, head honcho, gave me the opportunity. Let's boogie.
Fight, you know what I mean? Lamont coming with his best, I'm coming with my best, and right here is the top of the DMV area, just on the stage period. So even on the undercard, the Gary Russells and things like that, they definitely a part of the DMV and things like that. So we got great.
Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach had their first face-off today while doing media work before their rematch. The face-off showed all the emotions left behind after the judges called their March 1st fight a draw. There was so much tension, anger, and rivalry. Lamont Roach is now preparing not just to stain Gervonta Davis's boxing record again, like he did in their first fight by giving him his first draw, but to completely ruin his unbeaten record. Roach looks more focused than ever, and this time, he's aiming to end all doubts by handing Davis his first real loss.
You believe you fought the best Gervonta, or do you think he got some more gears?
100% for a fact. I think he might have some more gears, but I fought the best Gervonta that night. I don't want people to get it misconstrued or whatever the case may be. He's a hell of a fighter. Hell of an IQ, great punching power, good speed, and really good boxing ability. A lot of people underrate that. Don't think because of what I did, y'all think y'all can just go in there and think y'all can have the same night, you know what I'm saying, or do the same thing. He still will go upside your head and crack you in the.
Just overall being something that he's not been in the ring with. I'm the total package, and honestly, sometimes I think he doubt himself. But I'm a competitor, and I feel like I'm the best. So I'm assured.
When he talks about you not bringing your family, what goes to...
Gervonta Davis is also expecting to bring back the powerful knockout artist inside him. He doesn't just want to beat Roach, he wants to knock him out like he did to 28 other fighters before the final bell. But here's what most fans forget. Even as they face off, many believe Gervonta is the only one fighting with revenge in his heart. He was the favorite, and before this, he rarely went the full distance. Only twice. That's why fans see Gervonta Davis as the one with a score, to settle after Roach damaged his perfect record.
We got great talent, fighting on the card Saturday night. So I just want to be here and give it my all. I'm grateful and happy to be a part of this event and be able to be at this level in my career. So I want to just say thank y'all for coming out and see y'all Saturday night, and thank everybody.
But the truth is that Lamont Roach was actually the one who got cheated in the fight. The draw happened because the judges, the referee, the World Boxing Association, and the New York State Athletic Commission all played a part in the unfair outcome. That's why, if anyone deserves revenge, it's Lamont Roach. He had the biggest win of his career taken away from him. It was stolen by a moment of carelessness and bias from boxing's corrupt officials who allowed foul play to change, the result of a fight he clearly won.
Create enough separation where this don't have to be.
Whew, it's a good question. It's going to be based on my training camp. I have to push myself a little harder if that didn't give me the win. And I have room. I definitely have room. I'm not going to lie, I have room.
You believe you fought the best.
What makes this match even more exciting is that it opens the door to a trilogy for a fighter like Gervonta Davis, who has never had a rematch before. The idea of a 3-fight series sounds thrilling. Throughout his career, Gervonta Davis has been linked to possible rematches with some of his past opponents like Ryan and Pitbull, but none were ever confirmed. That changed when Lamont Roach showed up and shocked everyone. Many believe this rematch will be just like the first fight. Lamont Roach and Gervonta Davis are evenly matched in technical skill and ring intelligence. The biggest advantage for Roach is his tough chin, which allowed him to take Tank's best punches as if they were soft jabs with no power behind them.
Will go upside your head and crack you, and you know what I'm saying, you might end up on the floor. Everybody not built the same. And that's what people get messed up. He did a whole lot of things that was good in that fight. A whole lot. And I'm telling you right now, if he wasn't as good of a fighter as he was, that would have been, you know what I'm saying? I would have steamrolled. Don't get that misconstrued. He's still the guy he is. Just he ran into a guy that's on the same level.
Tank's reliance on his knockout power might not help him in this rematch. If he wants to win, he needs to use smart boxing and find a way to win by skill, not just power. Lamont Roach is tough and not easy to knock out like other fighters. In fact, it was Tank who got hit by Roach's hook during their fight. Lamont likes to stay close in the pocket, right in the middle of the action, which is always a hard challenge for Tank. Tank is used to his opponents running away when they see his punches, but Roach is different. He stands and fights.
He's locked up. Is he strong? Tell that man too small, bro. Y'all in the same weight class.
That's a new weight class.
Moved up.
A new weight class for me.
That's what I'm saying. That night y'all was in the same weight class. And you still feel like you too small?
He was too small.
Dang.
I'm just calling a spade. No disrespect, no nothing. He was just too small. I've been in there with some big guys.
There is a lot to watch for in the rematch, and the face-off is just the start of a battle that will keep building until August. After one of the most controversial boxing matches in recent memory between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. on March. First, the whole boxing community wanted to see these two fight again. Everyone was excited to see the rematch, so the first fight's majority draw decision could be left behind. Fans and experts alike are eager to watch the second fight and finally get a clear winner after that very close and intense first match.
On the rematch, let me know now. Do you want to fight Tank again? He said he over and do a rematch. Do you want to fight Tank
100%.
again?
It's only a matter of time. We're gonna fight. We're gonna fight again. It's just whenever the fight gonna happen.
So it's gonna happen.
It's going to happen.
Okay. They said they want it in New York again. Do you want to fight again in the Barclays Center?
I wouldn't mind, but I'd love for it to be in DC.
Okay.
I'd love for it to be in DC.
It quickly became clear that both sides wanted a rematch. An article from Sports Illustrated's Chris Mannix confirmed this, saying, "A Tank Roach rematch could happen as early as June 21st in Las Vegas. Both teams are now committed to making it happen." With the date in place for Davis versus Roach 2 almost set, fans on social media have been debating who will win the second fight. Some fans support Roach. For example, one user posted 2 photos from the first fight and wrote, "Roach is beating that guy again, mate." The debate is heating up as fight day gets closer and closer.
The boxing fan, that the fact that I do watch him fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really like boxing.
Are you open to immediate rematch?
In my contract, immediate rematch was signed. I signed for the immediate rematch when I signed for the first fight.
Right.
Just in case he lost or just in case it was a draw.
So when you got a rematch clause, how long we take?
It's up to the A side and when they want to fight. So I'm thinking it's gonna be soon. I'm hoping it's gonna be soon. Let's say that.
What is soon to you? When you say soon to me, I'm thinking a month.
I'm thinking July.
I'm thinking July for sure.
Another fan posted a gif of a cockroach holding a lightsaber, showing they are supporting Roach. Other fans are backing Davis for the rematch. For example, one fan wrote, "I thought Roach won the first 115-113, but I think Tank will make changes and win the rematch." Another said, "Tank, I think Roach will be very competitive, but Tank will KO him in the later rounds." The excitement for this fight will keep growing as the expected rematch date gets closer.
We ain't doing that. You go look at Tank all this fight. That was the first fight in a long time when Tank first started. His body was that defined. You see how his body looked?
Yeah. And you weighed in at 133.
The first fight was supposed to be another normal night at the boxing office for Gervonta Davis and his team this past weekend. When his fight against Lamont Roach was announced, Team Davis didn't seem worried or scared. Roach was a familiar opponent with a good record, and even though he had a title, he was seen as the smaller man and a big underdog. Roach fought like he had something to prove from the start. He boxed well from the outside, and when Davis forced him to stop jabbing and fight close, Roach had no problem.
Very skillful fighter. He fights from the area. In that DMV area, there's a lot of talent, and nobody wants to lose. Nobody wants to lose. So I knew it was going to be a hard fight. This has been going on forever. We all help each other. They know our strengths. They know our secrets. We know theirs, and vice versa. So that is what made for a good fight. I thought it was a great fight, spirited fight, and I like to see it run back.
When the final bell rang, fans at Brooklyn's Barclays Center were stunned. They had just seen 36 minutes of pure violence, but weren't sure who won. The judges were adding up the scores slowly. Team Davis waited calmly, but the smiles on their faces soon disappeared. Their fighter had to accept a majority draw for the first time in his pro career. Davis left the ring without a clear win. Backstage, his team, including Barry Hunter, shook their heads in disappointment. Hunter, who had taken over for Calvin Ford, believed the judges made a mistake because Davis had done enough to win.
Like I would say in the second half of the fight.
Well, I knew he would be hungry. I knew he was going to fight extremely hard. I told you earlier Lamont Roach was ever a cheat day, so we knew that going into this fight. I thought there were opportunities when we were inside. We should have took advantage of a few things on the inside, but for the most part, this was a fight based on strategy. This was a fight, actually, Tank thought it was.
There is no reason to lie about it. Barry Hunter is sure that in the last few rounds, Davis changed a close back-and-forth fight into a clear win. "We respect the other side," Hunter told ESPN, "but I thought the last 2 rounds decided it. I thought we won." The only hope for Gervonta Davis in the rematch is if he takes his training very seriously, like he promised after the fight. The disappointing draw against Lamont Roach made Davis say he would only take a week off to rest before starting training again within 7 days.
When you heard the decision?
Nobody like a draw, from a guy that get knockouts and things like that, but it's cool. I feel like if we fight again, I could do more, and I should have did more. I was lost in I lost track in the rounds. That's why we need, what it's called? Yeah, man.
No matter what happens with Gervonta Davis, boxing fans are very excited for the rematch with Lamont Roach. This time, everyone expects Davis to keep the promise he made before. He said, "I'm going to chop, bob, and weave. I'll finish it in the 9th round. I want to show people they aren't who they say they are. I want to prove it to the people." When he won his first title, many doubted him, but now he wants to show what he can really do.
Man. I didn't know what round it was. Facts.
Tank, Eric Blum from DailyMail.com. First off, your coach just said, can you confirm, did you get your hair done 2 days before the fight?
Yeah. I ran water over it today, but I must ain't do it enough.
Can you describe what the feeling was like in the ring? And was it to get the towel out, to get the burn out of your eyes?
But let's look at how it really went. 5-time 3-division world champion Davis returned to the Barclays Center, where he set the record for the highest grossing and most attended boxing event. He knocked out Rolando Romero in May 2022 with a highlight reel finish. At the press conference, the fighters revived their rivalry that started in their amateur days. They promised fireworks when they met again in the ring. The crowd was ready for another big fight between these two skilled boxers.
What? I say 9th round.
You said 9th?
Yeah.
What's your response to that, Lamont?
Look, he got scared. Look. He looked at night.
I'm telling him,
Gervonta Davis said, "The people's energy here is amazing. I won my first championship here, and I have more followers from New York than almost anywhere. New Yorkers bring great energy. Lamont's got skills even at a smaller weight class. He's one of the guys I started with in boxing, and he's still doing well. He's definitely a top opponent, and everyone will see that on March 1st. We'll have to test his chin. Come March 1st, he might think my opponents don't have chins, but we'll definitely test it. I say leave the kids at home." Lamont Roach, on the other hand, said, "I shouldn't be here if I didn't believe I'm going to win. I've hurt everybody I've fought, and this won't be any different."
You going down in the 9th? You know that power occurred late.
I know you got some sneaky power. That's what I do know.
What?
Who said that? You said what?
"This is a great opportunity, and we're going to take it," said Roach. "Everyone knows what I'm here to do, and if you don't, you'll be surprised. I'm going to show you what happens when 2 dogs fight in the ring. My team built my career from the ground up. I still have the same team from when I turned pro, and we took the best fights for my career. I worked myself to #1 contender, lost a fight, and bounced back. We have a common opponent, Hector Luis Garcia, and I beat him easily. The first fight was easy for him. It is what it is. Frank was inexperienced and nervous. This fight will be different. When I'm in there, he'll be a different fighter. It's a big difference fighting in the amateurs, and now. We've both grown and gotten better. We do different things in the ring now."
I didn't want to get caught while my eyes was burning. And you can get knocked out like that. So I'd rather take the knee than, But I didn't really know that you can get disqualified for all that. Or when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But
I don't know. It's cool.
Do you want that rematch?
It's a big difference fighting each other in the amateurs and fighting now, said Roach. We've both grown and gotten better. We do different things in the ring. There might be some habits we know, but I don't think those will matter on the big stage. I don't care if I'm the underdog or the favorite. Either way, I'm going to win. There has been a lot of talk about Tank's choice of opponent. When Roach got the first chance to speak, he shared his thoughts with the public. This is a great opportunity, and we're going to take it, Roach said. Everyone knows what I'm coming here to do. If you don't stop, you'll be surprised. I know he won't be surprised. I think he took this fight because he knows I'm tough. He wants to prove his skills against someone like me.
Niggas to talk. How much you want back? How much you want to bet? Because I came up here alone. How much y'all want back? How much you want back? Just call it out. Huh? 100?
This is a great chance, and we're going to take it, Roach said. Everyone knows what I'm here to do. If you don't, then stop, because you'll be surprised. I don't think he will be surprised. I believe he took this fight for the doubters and all the talk. People say this and that about the fight, but I think he took it because he knows I'm a dog. He wants to prove his skills against a fighter like me. I'll show everyone what happens when two dogs get in the ring together, and I will be the one coming out victorious. Then it was Tank's turn to speak. I'm excited to be part of this fight, and March 1st will be a great event. Right now, I'm not focused on trash talk or anything like that. I'm just preparing. March 1st will be a great show. Same results. We just have to wait and see. We have 3 months to get ready, so it will be good.
In your next fight?
He has skills. Even though he's at a smaller weight class, I feel as though Lamont have, and he's someone that's one of the guys that I actually started with, and like.
After that, both fighters sat down for a question and answer session to talk more about the fight and everything around it. Here are some highlights. Tank talked about why he chose to fight Roach next instead of other lightweight contenders. He said, he has skills even though he is at a smaller weight class. Lamont is one of the guys I came up with in boxing. He is still doing well. Everyone who started with us is not really in the picture anymore. So many people don't really know him, but he definitely has skills. He's a top opponent. Roach then talked about how his style will be different from what Tank has faced before. He said, I bring a lot to the table skill-wise. I can adapt and fight different styles. I'm tough, gritty, smart, and witty. Whatever it takes, I'll pull out my bag of tricks. Other fighters were one-trick ponies or didn't have enough.
Actually, like, still doing well. Everybody that's like started with us, like really like not in the picture right now. So people don't really, I would say like know him, but he definitely have the skills. Definitely a top opponent.
Tank talked about how he sees his 2025 schedule after this fight. He said, after next year, I'm out of it. Well, maybe you didn't hear that clearly, but that was what Tank said. On Tuesday evening, Gervonta said he plans to retire at the end of 2025. Before that, he will likely face his old amateur rival, Lamont Roach, on March 1st at Brooklyn's Barclays Center in New York.
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we could get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next.
The American fighter, known for his many knockouts, is getting tired of doing it all. Instead of building his record and legacy as one of the greatest, he might want to leave the sport early. But that was before the surprising result in March. Now he has changed his mind and plans to fight longer. That's all for now. For the best updates, news, moments, and events in boxing, stay connected by subscribing to our YouTube channel and don't forget to turn on notifications to catch new quality content like this. Until next time, peace.